warm now. Tomorrow's gonna be cool and rainy.
Yeah.
Alright, we good.
All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Great Millstone of Virginia. As always, to give you the latest news, article lessons, in the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahushai. But as always, first and foremost, we're going to give all praise, glory, and honor due to
Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Baruch.
We're going to say double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, who will teach us the truth. Of course, we're going to say peace and blessings and salutation to Yakumah that is putting the truth throughout the four corners of the earth, to the best of their ability, scattered the four corners of the earth. With them, we'll say shalom.
Shalom.
All right, man. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into it, man. Of course, like I said, it's all in the spirit, man. But we're gonna talk about how, the wicked, mainly, the elites and these hierarchies have oppressed the poor, man, and continue to do so with their greed, man. You know what I'm saying? And these are Babylonians. Mainly Edomites, first and foremost, because, this is their heaven, this is their state of living, getting oppressed, man. But, for so-called Latins and Native Americans, we were designed to fail anyways, we were designed to fail, we're being oppressed, so this is nothing new, because what? Due to the disobedience of the Heavenly Father, and He told us, we don't obey, these laws and commandments, that what? This will happen to our people. But of course, as well, but speaking for the whole general about what's going on, the state of the economy.
This is the book of Psalms 10 and 1. It says, why standest thou far off, O Lord? Why hiddest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride do persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
Yeah, God, Yeah, read it one time.
Psalms 10 and 1. Why standest thou far off, O Yahweh? Why hiddest thou thyself in times of trouble?
That's right, The Lord's not here right now, The Lord has hid His face for a while, That's why, like you said, things are continuing as they were. That's why we read Ecclesiastes, he talks about how, basically we're praising about, the wicked, continue to do so. I'll find it. Continue to do the wickedness and then pretty much you're getting away with it. Human trafficking, greed, unjust laws, rights, they being able to do these things in wars and, and people are trying to figure out why are you letting these corrupt politicians continue to get away with things and, why is nobody standing up, doing anything about it? You got these gang members, cartels, doing all these types of to what? Oppress the poor, and what? There's no savior. But what? People still rely on these gods, Jesus Christ to save them. But what? They're not saving them. Meanwhile, actually children are being abducted even as we speak. Where's the Lord? Where's His return coming?
Yep. Verse 2, the wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. And can I say something? We know who the wicked is. Who's always persecuting the poor? We know who the poor is. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? On a whole. Yes, there's a lot of poor Edomites, but as a whole, and whose head is under the oppressor's foot, We know exactly who that is. I'm going to continue to keep going. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. And if bros want to get in, but the scripture say a man shall reap what he shall sow. So the way you wicked people have persecuted us, you're going to get double. You know what I mean? Verse 3, it says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord Yahweh abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. And pursuing the 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, man, we know that the wicked, Edom Esau, wants to be the Most High. So he's not going to, what did I just read? It says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and bless the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, the countenance of his face, right, will not seek after the Most High. And who's the most proudest nation on this earth? Even at their low state, you'll see what they call trailer park trash. And Jake will walk by, and he still will have some type of pride, like he's better than Jake. You know what I mean? And they don't seek after Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know?
Yeah, and this scripture I'm going to get out. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. It says, because sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is set in them to do evil. Like you said before, it calls, you know what I'm saying, it calls war, social, oppressive war, and people want to have no savior. You know what I'm saying? You can't go to the justice system or the police, because they corrupt as well.
Yeah.
You know, so they pretty much just on survival mode, man, and just pray that nothing happens to them, man.
God, and it's easy to see who's wicked is, you know, like the brother Lachlan was bringing out. Their pride. You know, going into the book of Obadiah. That pride has deceived down that dwelleth in the place of the rock. And who's ever
And the consequence of pride is not made from men. Now, you got to realize who's the scriptures for. Yasha'Allah, not for these other nations. You know what I mean? So pride is not made for us because we're the low. You know what I mean? We have no business or reason to even think pride. You know what I mean? Now, once we obtain the kingdom, you know, that's when we'll receive our glory. You know what I mean? But right on this earth, we got it. You know what I mean? You know? You got more on that, brother?
Yeah, not good. And it says, though a sinner do an evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know they shall be well with him that fear the Most High, is feared before him. So, like you said, though the sinner do an evil 100 times, you know, his days be prolonged, man. Like you said, he's not stopped, man. You know, when time comes, like I say, you know, hey, when it's the Lord's time doing the day of judgment. But of course, you know what I'm saying, they're going to get their leg back in the kingdom. You know, like you said, like you said, Matilda lady, right? She's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, they're supposed to get her. But what happened? She's still set free. George Zimmerman, he's still out there, running about. The killer, so, you know, George Floyd, he's still out there.
Yeah, that old lady should have kept her mouth. I don't know if the dementia kicked in and she just started rambling. But what's the point of letting it be known that you lied while you on your deathbed? You know, what is that going to do?
long time show.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, she's not that boy, so I mean, shoot, so you might as well shoot. I mean, ain't nothing they can do about it. You know, like you said, she's early, you know, deathbed, but you know, hey, she got away. But of course, you know, but we know that, you know, because we know the king,
Yeah, right. Confessing before they die.
Yeah,
Somehow that they'll receive favor.
get the guilt off their chest.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the Christianity, that's the mindset. That's why she's able to say that, man. That she do that. You know what I'm saying, about confessing my sins, See, that's why Christianity is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You do the most heinous things to a person, and then, you know, maybe less that, but you can all of a sudden you can pray forgiveness. You know, that don't make sense.
That's another time.
Yeah, right.
Do you want me to keep going, bro? Back in Psalms 10, verse 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. But hey, the book of Obadiah contradicts how Esau felt. Though thou set thy nest in the stars, I will bring them down. Roughly paraphrased, you know. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? How can you sit there and say, out of one death, you know, I'll be glad, you know, like when you so-called blacks make your own community. And then you're saying, you know, knowing your history, your people cut those towns down.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Lake Lane.
Exactly.
There's the one in Pennsylvania, I know as well. I don't want Rogers to do a lesson on it. There's one in Pennsylvania that they flooded as well. Another thriving so-called black community, you know what I mean, that didn't need help from nobody. And what do they come to? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
tear it up.
You Negroes are doing a lot better than we are. You know? So if 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 they knew their history, you know, he would still say the same shit. Well, you know, that wasn't me, that was my forefather. I didn't put you in slavery. You know, I didn't do this. But meanwhile, you got the same laws, you got the same statutes, and you got the same system in place to oppress the poor.
What did the Lord say that? I think it's Isaiah, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, us being spiritual, we know that, hey, you come back every 3 to 4 generations, so you actually are those. You know what I mean? You just don't have any remembrance of it. You know?
Yeah, come you say there's no remembrance of former things.
Right.
So that's huge. You know? That's all you people have ever done. Lie, rob, steal, murder, rape. You know?
Yep.
This motherfucker Trump had the audacity to say that we Americans created everything. We created communication and computers and no, you ain't created, you stole
I
it.
think I put that in the chat. Well, no. Let's go a little deeper. Everything he named, who was the creators? It was Jake. Every last one. Every last one. We basically created everything. Hold on. Now that's a contradiction. You say we're not Americans, right? Right? Jake, you say Jake aren't American. Go back to where you came from. But everything you name, a Jake created, man. You know?
Everything.
Every single thing.
Everything. So you know what I'm saying? They speak with lying tongues. They can't help it. They speak with lying tongues with pride as if the people don't realize the truth. You know, the truth is coming out. You know? In other words, if you created something in Japan and then you bring it over here to America and then you re-engineer it,
Right.
It's not your idea.
Right.
It's still their idea, but you're claiming publicity over it. Why? Because you can do so right now.
Hey.
The scriptures, yeah, right. Going into the scriptures. The scriptures has nothing to do with you in terms of righteousness. Well, in terms of salvation, but you like to put your name in there as if you do the same.
And oh, sorry. Nah, you got it. You got it. Oh no, I'm saying, and on top of that, they took over this land and they used our heritage, our lineage, our culture as the forefront of their means, even though it's not true. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Everything is about the scriptures. When the president gets what's the word? Not elected, but inaugurated. What does he do? Not only does he put swearing on the scripture, he swear on the 1611.
Yeah, right.
With the apocrypha in it that y'all took out because it exposes who you are. You know?
Yeah, kind of. They got the nerve to quote it.
Yeah, right?
They got the nerve to quote it.
Yeah.
Maccabees did this, that, or the other. And hold on 1 second. Which one is it?
Alec, what's my man that got, was it Alex Jones that got fired from Fox? Glenn Beck. He broke down the flag, how the flag is a representation of the scriptures. Like the stars. Yeah, man, you gotta watch that. The full entirety, the day before he got fired, when he broke down, oh man, bro, they basically backing up the scriptures off of their thought process of perversion. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The entire, when you get a chance, watch that entire episode, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what they do.
Yeah.
You know, they're born speaking lies. You know, you can't make that which is crooked straight.
Nope.
No way. No way. So even in the kingdom, they still gonna be crooked. That's why we're gonna have to prick our foot off their asses on the daily.
Yeah.
On the daily.
Can I get this real quick and I go back? This is Habakkuk 2 and 4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. So you saying that, you know, even in the kingdom, they're going to still be up to mischief because their soul is not upright in them. They can't help it. They literally can't get right. You know? They have to. They have to conjure up. Even on a low level, you see these Edomites walk past, they do little stupid shit. They might be walking the dog. What they do? Let the leash off a little bit so the dog can run up on you, you know what I mean? Smell you and, you know, little stupid shit like that. They can't help
I
it.
don't want that fucking dog.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did to it.
Yeah.
Not what it did to you. I don't know what you did to it.
Yeah, but I'm even above that, just a courtesy. Why would you let a dog that maybe you are terrified of dogs. You just gonna let a dog run up. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So I can go back into Psalm 10. I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, start at verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murders the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. And if I may, two nations are in thy womb. Help me out. They basically, Jacob and Esau was fighting in the womb from the get-go. Esau had an issue with Jacob from the get-go. So it says right here, it says, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Esau always had a problem with Jacob. You know, their mother said, "If it be so, why am I thus?" Because they were banging out in the womb. Esau, it don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter if we are at the lowest of the low or the highest of high. Esau's always going to have an issue because the Lord, Heavenly Father, set it out that way. You know,
because Esau's always scheming on Jacob. Esau is scheming on everybody, but he's really scheming on Jacob. That has been a part of his a part of his system all along. Going back to Haman. Haman was scheming on Jake, trying to manipulate, the king of the time. To come against Jake. But he got caught up in his own shit. Well, the same thing is happening now. He's getting caught up in his own shit. This man is being found out more so by the words he speaks.
Yeah, he ain't wiping his feet at the murder scene. He just walking through. Just walking through it. You see the mud prints on his doorstep, all in his living room. He's done so much, he can't get away with it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of. You see the knife over there, the glove that won't be acquitted over there.
Glove don't fit.
Yeah. So I mean, his damage is being known throughout the earth. To the point where even his people started to realize, we fucked up. We are really fucked. We did some shit.
Right.
Verse
9, it says, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth into his net. He croucheth and humbleth himself that the poor may fall by his strong one. He hath said in his heart, the Most High hath forgotten. He hidden his face. He will never see it. Arise, O Yahweh, O power, lift up thine hand, forget not the humble. And the scripture say, the Most High basically winked that at calamity at one point. But then he said, all right, you know who you are, now you got to catch it. Now we're catching it now. The beautiful thing is, it's already written. He will pull us through this hellhole. You know what I mean? But it's only going to be a certain number. You know what I mean?
That's right, yeah. Everybody not coming back.
Yeah.
That's a remedy.
Yep, that's right. The remedies. Right.
Actually, hold on to that. Let me just this is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 1, and it says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of the fruit of man is well ordered. So you would have a righteous judgment, like you said. You would see all these unjust laws. Like you said, you would see people having rights, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Having power or some type of authority.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you would see all bullshit, like you see all this and all that shit. You said everybody would be working. You know what I'm saying? There would be no greed. You know what I'm saying? There would be no interest rates or, everything's going up. You know what I'm saying? They would try to make it cheaper. Or like, for example, how, you know what I'm saying? Somebody created to use water instead of, gasoline. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was Roger, they would say, let's take that, and that's a big benefit for the whole earth, you know what I'm saying? But no, they say, no, we got, we got to take it out because that's bad for business.
Yeah, that's cutting our bottom dollar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's easy, like I said, you want every penny.
Yeah.
Just like the IRS, like I said, you don't want to listen to the IRS. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, as the scripture says, Proverbs 29 on 29. 29, and it talks about how, you know, oh yeah, it's like actually a roughly paraphrase. Like I said, when the righteous are in authority, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So right now, we know who's in rulership. That's why the people mourn. You know what's so crazy right now? I'm talking about the whole earth, and all of a sudden now, like I said, all these politicians, governments throughout the whole country. Like I said, they just start happening in Japan. You know how they're letting Ishmael, the Indians, to their own country now. You know what I'm saying? And it's starting to mess up the whole culture and everything. You know, like I said, they already got Canada already. They got France. Like I said, you look at France now, you see a whole bunch of heathens, Hamites all over the place fucking up France, man. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, right? Why you think so many Indians now? You know, you got grocery stores and they tropical smoothie. They, like I said, man, they just tropical smoothie just up the street.
Hey, where I'm from in Jersey, the other town.
Yeah. I'm talking about Ishmael. I'm talking about they taking over.
No, Elon.
Yeah, Elon. It's like Elon out of
Elon,
everywhere.
They taking over the town, like the good part of the town, not the hood. The good part of the town, they're building like apartments over the stores, and they all live there.
Yeah. Like you said, Canada. Like you said, they got their own section now. They take over the job, you know, cheap labor. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, man, people taking over, man. And like you said, give you them governments and politicians that migrate them to their country, you know, because they're poor, they don't got nothing, and migrate them to there and makes the place look bad. Like you said, we look at France now. France is short.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, this was like already pre-planned already. Like you said, Germany. Yeah, go look on YouTube, man. Like you said, Japan now. You know, like you said, you know, Japan is like, you know, they want to
keep strict.
You know what I'm saying? It's not strict, yeah. But now all of a sudden, now you got Elon over there now, and then you're bringing Nigeria. You know, some of them are chicks, so you know most of them are students.
Italy look like shit.
Yeah. Oh, Italy. Oh, the water. Yeah. I see Italy now. That's not just like you said. You got Hamites over there now.
I mean, that shit look like shit.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, these politicians, they bring in their motherfucking dirty asses to the country, fuck up their whole country, man.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, you know, Italy's not the same anymore. It's dangerous now, and you know, like they got these heathens over here, and we want them out. But like you said, they got no power to do so.
Yeah, come on,
Like I said, it's happening in Japan. I said, damn, Japan. Because, you know,
that was nice.
yeah, like I said, you know, Abe, you know what I'm saying, before he got, he got assassinated, whatever, he was strictly about, yeah, you can bring foreigners over here, but, you know, you gotta go through hoops and, you know, shit like that. They stay, and all of a sudden they bringing over there, you know, ever since they do prime minister or whatever, he's like, fuck it, bring them over there. And now, now they rock, you know what I'm saying, now, you know, Ammon's rocking it, man, hey, deport their ass, man, get them out of here.
Shit, bro, when I was in Yokosuka, Yokosuka looked nice outside the base. Yokosuka looked like, yo, this shit is nice. It almost looked like New York before it turned from sugar to shit. I mean, New York was never sugar, but what I'm saying is, it looked really prosperous the way New York used to look. The bright lights,
Times Square.
Business
was booming.
Yeah.
Italy was nice.
Yeah.
Italy was nice where, you know, you could actually go out early in the morning and sit outside and eat breakfast. You can't do that shit now. You know? You fuck around and get a drive-by by bike.
Yeah, I was watching what's my man? What's the movie with Denzel? I like the last one he was in Italy.
Oh yeah, the one where, you know,
you go clean up, clean shit up.
The Equalizer.
The Equalizer, the water. Yeah, like that showed a glimpse of that. You know, this was a little town. They were thriving off of their own business, and the drug dealer sent his brother and his goons, and they was tearing shit up.
Family oriented type shit.
Yeah. And messing that up, and they came back and messed all that up.
Yeah, bro. Italy was real nice when I was. It was real nice.
Oh, you been there?
Yeah. Italy was
always
real
wanted to
nice.
go.
It was real nice when I was there. But now it's like, I saw videos.
Yeah, like I said.
That's what Jake had.
That's my point. That food,
That's what Jake had. The food is natural too.
Yeah.
But even that was nice, you know? Old men to go out and hang outside and shit like that and do whatever it is that they do and never walk back inside the house. You know? Those were outdoor people. Now, shit, it's getting to the point where you don't even want to go outside no more. in these areas.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even want to go outside anymore. Even around here, shit, I don't want to go outside anymore.
The danger now, like you said, like New York, just like this. Yeah, just like New York City now, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, I see a bunch of headlights over there, you know what I'm saying? And Manhattan, over there, you know, all the streets, and like, damn, it's like, this shit crazy.
Yo!
Yeah. But, you know, certain sections, you know, they like,
I think I posted a video with these YNs, little 12, 13-year-old kids in the New York City subway trying to stab other kids. 13, 12, 13. I'm like, yo.
like you said, the days of how it was back in the days about certain, you know, like culture and lifestyle is gone. You know what I'm saying? Good 8 days is gone now, man. You know what I'm saying?
Can I do a couple more? It's a tough chapter, right? Verse 12. Arise, O Yahweh, O power, lift up thy hand, forget not the humble. Wherefore doeth the wicked contemn the Most High? He hath said in his heart, thou wilt not require it. Thou hast seen it, for thou hast beholdest mischief and spite to requite it with thy hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee, thou art the helper of the fatherless.
It's talking about Israel, man. It's us, man. We are the fatherless. Because what we are by our fathers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fathers too, like some of our people, because who are the majority of people without fathers? So called people like, you know, the Native Americans. You know, which is another sign who the fathers really are. Go ahead.
It says, break down the arm of the wicked and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. The Lord Yahweh is king, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is king forever and ever, and the heathen are perished out of his land. Keep going. Yahweh, thou hast heard the desire of the humble, thou wilt prepare their heart, their mind, right? Thou wilt cause thine ear to hear, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may no more oppress.
Yeah. Yeah, God, man. You know, yes, that way what it won't be a person, but it's the devil, which we can clearly see the signs of the times that we're in, man. You know, the damn devil getting judged, like you said before, like you said, they gotta pay, man. So that's why these things are happening. And so, like you said, Abel, you know what I'm saying? You know, like you said, we're very racist too, from what I heard. You know, like they had it clear, all of a sudden, you know, they're banned with what's most proper. Like that gets to go. It's not the same anymore. You know, now you got, like you said, you got heathens, like you said, migrating to these beautiful areas. You know, it ain't the same anymore. You know, like I said, tourists don't go for that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's like now, Esau can see how it feels when you have another nation coming over their so-called land. They don't let them. But meanwhile, this damn devil, like you said, he stole those lands from so-called Native American Indians, Gadites, etc. in these other countries. So now I know how it feels now. Now what? The curses are starting to affect him. You know? So that's what he gets. So these other heathens too, because they also need the benefits. You know? That's why the Lord gave everybody their own lands for a particular reason. You know? We won't supposed to migrate. You know? See what these other people. You know, the laws are separate and laws are based for a reason, man. For everything in the Proverbs about how to raise it. Everybody had their own land in Judah, land in Ephraim. Everybody had their own particular plot of land. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, kind of, that's what this devil did.
Because all it does is cause confusion. But that was it.
Yeah, kind of, that's what this devil did. You know, he used things that were common amongst the people. You know, the Indian state, well, the so-called Indian state over there, the so-called you know, everybody was segregated in the past. You know, the Israelites stayed with Israelites. Yeah, okay, you had some that migrated out, but for the most part, the people stuck with their own, you know? But what this devil came up with is, no, I want everybody together. I want to be able to control everybody, you know? So now you have a system where the people don't know where they belong, especially you Jakes. Even though this devil is constantly oppressing you, killing you, showing you that you don't belong, you know, and you're still looking for a place to be, you know, rather than seeking it. You know?
got this.
You Jakes would rather. You Jakes would rather. Then what? What's that scripture? Seek love. You know what I'm saying? Knowing damn well you're getting your ass kicked. You know, and a lot of you Jakes would rather seek love. You know?
And that's
Don't
not even
love your
correct.
enemies.
Yeah, that's not even correct love. You know what I mean?
No.
They don't know, like I said, they don't know what quote unquote love really is. How it's to have your father. You know, they don't really learn love from that pressure from the positions of men. What they was told.
Yeah, right. You
Not
know,
knowing that there's hate too, man. You can't love.
Love is correction, man.
Tough love. Yeah.
People don't want to be corrected.
how do you sit there and say that you love something, or love someone, but you're not obedient to that you say you love them? You know, oh, I love my Lord, but you're not obedient to it. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is a separatist, like the brother was just bringing out. He is a separatist. He's a racist. He's for his race. You know, the scriptures tell you that over and over again, even in the so-called New Testament. You know, I am not sent but unto the lost tribe of the house of Israel. Told you that, but somehow Jake nullifies that part and goes to other chapters and say, see, he came for the world. But you don't understand what the world is referring to here. You know?
I got this is 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 19. It says, against an elder receive not an accusation, but before 2 or 3 witnesses. So you got an elder brother, this accusation comes against that brother. You don't just say, oh, that brother is really make sure you have 2 or 3 witnesses. Verse 20 is the point on what you just said about rebuke. It says, them that sin rebuke before all, that others also may fear. You know, so when you make, you know, when you correct somebody openly for their faults, other people see that and they say, I shouldn't do that because I was correcting people. The reason why people sin in a mass scale is because there's no correction.
That's why I said, you know, we came to talk about how, like I said, the wicked are in authority, so, you know, for them, so are the officers, so are the rules. I'm not sure if I heard that. Let me see if we find something. So are the officers, yeah, like you said before, that's what, there's no correctness, man. Like you said, a woman, like I said, she can commit a murder, and you know what I'm saying, compared to, you know, a man, she'll get, you know what I'm saying, she'll probably get a hand on the wrist, will get less time compared to a man. You know what I'm saying? But they both committed the same murder, but just because she's a female, that, you know, she's the quote unquote legal vessel that, you know what I'm saying, what, she'll be able to get away with certain things compared to a man. But I thought that all laws were just. You know what I'm saying? Like you said before, you can get locked up for a long time. Except for me, meanwhile, somebody can be a child predator and get way less time, maybe like 3 years compared to somebody getting this 20 years. You know, especially if you Jake.
Or for these imaginary lines, somebody can get football numbers for selling marijuana, while Esau can open up a legal business shop and sell the same marijuana. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was when he was, but when he bros sent they did a little, what's it called, scientific study about how that Esau, about the employment rate and about how Esau can get hired with a felony compared to a Jake that doesn't have a felony. You know what I'm saying? You know, by the percentage. So Esau with a felony can get hired more times compared to a Jake that don't have a felony. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, Jake with a felony, basically are forced to commit crime because you're not able to get a job. So if you do want to live, especially if you have a family, you have to do crime. Because they don't give Jake felonies. It's damn near impossible. Like not even like fast food. They can't
You get like a warehouse job, like slave.
Is that
even with that, you gotta have hookup.
You gotta know somebody.
You gotta know people.
You gotta like know one of the managers or something.
And then on top of that, they don't even pay you enough. You know, I remember I think a video he said, you know, the work that I do is not enough. You know, I have to go back to selling drugs and all this stuff to, you know, to feed my family. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, felony is like some way of putting Jake in back in the system, keeping them in the system. So it's all a business. Prison is
Yes.
the biggest system. You know, that's why you'll see like celebrities and young girls they get locked up for legal shit. But then they let these guys know. But hold on, you got guys that's in prison for many shit. This guy is in the city for, you know, you let these celebrities out. Which we know they don't work. They let these guys out because they're working with the CIA and all that. It's all a business. Like, locking somebody up, filing. I've been stopped up a couple times. You have some that give you a hard time. You have some that'll let you go for something that another person and then you gonna find for. You know, it's all a business. They gotta make their water. They gotta
Yeah, like you said. I mean, I'm a one time whatever, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see a stop sign. You know, either might, you know what I'm saying? You could have just let me know for one, but what? I got a ticket. You know, you go to court, don't go to court. Like I said, that I used a stop sign. It actually goes on your record and actually gets your points and also makes your insurance good. And when I found out, I said, damn, for what? Over a fucking stop sign? You have a stop sign? You could have just gave me a warning.
The whole thing is basically.
Yeah, for like so basically that record, like you said, that'll be right for like 2 or 3 years so that shit get off. So I'm like, damn.
Exactly. You don't pay your property. Let's say you don't pay your property. That's what they fouled up. They can put a hold on the
registration.
Everything is attached to the social.
They put a lien.
The social is what that shows that you're saying. That social, they can put every single transaction ever done from the moment you start using that social. So you would have to take your ass down to fucking city treasurer. All niggas ain't never been to the city treasurer.
Or courthouse.
Which all it is
Yeah.
the city treasurer, and they'll pull up on that goddamn computer. You tell them your name, and they'll pull up shit that you never thought, you know?
Yeah, for a lot of money.
Real quick testimony.
You tell you as the city treasurer, he's on the land. And they go there on the regular. You there because you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a time where I moved from Virginia Beach to Norfolk. No, Norfolk to Virginia Beach. Then Virginia Beach back. It's so trickery, especially in this state. Because I didn't call and let them know that I moved. I had 3 different property taxes in 1 year. Almost a stack. And they said, put a lien on all my stuff. So if you don't pay this, I said, what can I do? You gotta pay all this in full. So I had to scrape up like 800 and change and go to Virginia Beach. I paid the Norfolk, but I had to drive all the way deep to court to Virginia Beach. You know how that is over there. I had to pay that.
By Sandbridge.
It shows you.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have the name of the nigga. You gotta go see that.
Yeah.
You gotta go to his office.
Now
You can't call them niggas today.
You can.
You can call them, but it's
And you better put on your Esau voice. You either want don't let them know you. Like, I just didn't know. Can I, they might work with you. You know what I'm
Fucked up about
saying?
having a fucked up name.
Yeah. Oxy,
Ignore that shit.
So paying. Yeah, but the point is all of business, right?
Right.
Paying the city back, but the city is taking taxes out of your check
Already.
Yeah. So, but you pay the taxes. It's really, when you sit and think about the taxable question, it's really psychology.
That's what's killing people.
It's really fucking psychology. You're taking taxes, but you're paying.
Some people are stressed out over it.
So basically, it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, it's like
It's like you planning money, but then like you say you got a pocket of hole in it, so pretty much that's a cycle.
Like if you only make $20 a month, and you take a loan from them for $100, now you gotta pay me back.
600%.
I give you a monthly thing, but it's with interest. So let's just fucking for example, you gotta pay me.
Let's say $20. Let's say
Now let's say
$20.
$70. You gotta pay me $70, but you only make $20. you'll never be able to pay me back because you have to survive.
That's like those payday loans. That's like those payday loans where they was charging motherfuckers 600% interest.
Damn.
600% interest.
That's how they do with child support in this state.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, or the bank.
It's a annually 4% interest.
Really?
Think about how much a
That
man.
ain't even going to the child.
They know it's going to the state. But just imagine it. Whatever it is a man pays monthly for child support. Times that by 12, right? That's it. 4% tacked on of that. You'll never. So whatever. In my situation, they told me. I said, y'all, I'll never pay this off. They said, well, make extra payment. I'm gonna make extra payment if I'm struggling to make this payment. You know what I mean?
Which forces Jay to do crime.
You see, but even if you made an extra payment towards child support, that just shows them that you're capable of paying more fucking money.
Technically.
So raise your shit.
Right. Yes.
What they want is what they want.
Yeah, oh, so you can pay more. Raise that
Well,
shit.
this money you paying this. Yeah, I had an extra. Well, you need. You can afford that.
Yeah.
So basically, like the brother said, this is Pete's business, and he does not want anybody cutting into that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
Yeah, right. You know, that's how you end up a motherfucker listening. I found a record on how to create your own album, and you cut out the middleman. Another nigga in jail. Yeah, sure.
He didn't have wisdom, yo. He literally did that on live, showed how he made $1 million within, what was it, 3 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I cracked the code. You gotta use wisdom.
Yep, they do his ass right in jail.
Yep.
I got a quick reset. Let's see. I know. It says, this is James chapter 2, verse 5. Hearken, brethren, and beloved. It says, hearken, my beloved brethren. Have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom which he hath promised unto them that love him? But ye despise the poor. Do not the rich man oppress you, and draw you before the judgment seats? Like you said, which he does, man. You know what I'm saying? Anything, man. Like you said, they gotta make the quarters and make tickets. They gotta make their rounds, man. You know, because I mean, you know, I always, you know, so I ask somebody, why is it that they, you know what I'm saying, they all go for people that's actually lawful, so law-abiding citizens, go to work, have to make payments, you know, they make mistakes. And you know, when you get them a ticket, like you said, you go to court, you know, the majority of the city now. And meanwhile, you don't see, meanwhile, they don't crack on crime that happens like every second. They say, why wouldn't risk their life? Meanwhile, they can get somebody that's weak. You know what I'm saying? That's not a threat. Meanwhile, they can, you know, like you said before, they can charge truck drivers $3,000, $10,000, you know, put whatever in thousands of dollars, make huge money. Meanwhile, and they're gonna, you know, try to fight somebody that's more threatening if they get less pay.
Yeah, I was just want to say real quick, another thing
Go over to the board.
another thing that they're doing out here with them cameras that catch you speeding. I'm not talking about the traffic cameras running red lighter now. I'm talking about the little like school zones. They be having cameras that catch you. So say you'll get a ticket. They'll send it to your house and they'll say, hey, you pay this online, you won't get points on your license. So of course you're gonna be like, all right, let me pay this so I don't get the points on my license. That's another way of them just getting revenue. Because if you take it to court, you might lose. You know what I mean? So this is another way to, hey, stick it to us again. More money out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because you're going to do that because you know, like you said, if you got more points on your license, your insurance is going to go. It's going up anyway.
Yeah, but wait.
Yeah.
Like I said, because like you said, I called my insurance. Like you said on Friday, I said, wait a minute. I used to pay like, you to my people $1,500 a month. And I was like $1,800. You know what I'm saying? I said, I told her, I said, yeah, you got an accident. It was no big accident, but the truck broke down. Like you said, then the stop sign, so that I'm sure.
Hey, I know we gotta go back to scripture, but this place so wicked. You might not be at fault. Somebody might have ran into you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And you gotta pay more. Hold on.
It don't matter who's accident.
What's the point of having insurance then? You know what I'm saying?
It's a scam. It's like, it's a scam.
I got a clean record. I got 5 points. Never had an accident in
Insurance went up.
15 years. My insurance went the fuck up.
Yo.
This is because it's a law, so they don't
Yeah, but so now I'm looking at my motherfuckers like, what's the point of having insurance? I'm not ready to pay that shit in a while.
Yo, you know what they told me? Where you went? 'Cause they had went up out of nowhere. They said, oh, they went up, and they lied to you too. It went up because the accidental rate in Virginia increased. What that got to do? Yeah, exactly. Like, what the? Oh, I'm a good driver. What are you talking about?
That's why Jake said you got a picture.
You fine.
Also, BMS, no license.
And here's how much of a fucking scam it is. Don't pay your insurance. They'll call DMV and stick a
SR22.
yeah, right. Fucking SR22 on your ass.
That
Which
make
is
it
another
even harder.
500.
So then, what now? Like you said, catch me if you can, because now you got so much on, you can't afford to pay. You still gotta get to work though.
Yeah.
But catch me if you can.
Yeah. Like you said, you got Jake without driving. You
Can't catch me. I'm out here running red light.
No, but I got this in the law. We got laws for this thing. This is like you're not supposed to have a society like this. This is Exodus chapter 22, verse 21. It says, "Thou shalt neither vex a stranger, nor oppress him, for he was stranger in the land of Egypt." Now that stranger ain't talking about a stranger is talking about if a brother from another land comes, he's an Israelite, you come to dwell amongst the land with you. You don't vex him, you don't oppress him. You know, he's a stranger to your community, but he's still an Israelite. Verse 22 it says, because the fallen is for it. Verse 22 it says, "You shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child." Right now, all fatherless are away because the father is the battle. You can't even get his exemption without a child. So we all have fatherless right now, but we all fatherless. So the Lord was dealing with us, we want to be in this state. We got ECU and ECU right now. You know? But in our fallen state, what are they doing? Right? Verse 25 it says, "If thou afflicted in any wise, and they cry out, and they cry all unto thee, I will surely hear their cry. My wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword." And your wives shall be widows, and your children foreigners. And this is twofold. Because of nations, it's only talking about how we deal with people. Back in this time, if you was a brother, vexing you with man, I said, "Lord, thank you." The Lord just said, "My children will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children foreigners." So in the spirit of it. Verse 25, it says, "If thou lend money to any of my people that is poor by you, thou shalt not do them as they usually, and shall thou lay upon them."
Yeah, like you said, interest. You know, and that's also the law. Over time, if you know, like you said, over time, over the years, you know, they need not going to pay. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to pay back. Just leave it alone. Keep it moving.
It ain't hurting you.
You got my money?
Yeah.
You got my money?
Yeah, right.
That's how you know, like you said, that's how people.
It's the principality.
You don't have it by the next week, it's going to double by the. You got Jake that you do that shit in the street. You don't have it by the next week, double it next week. Your own shorts and shit.
Oh yeah.
Double it. Let's double it every time.
Beat you on the field.
Jake be so scared. I got money, I'm gonna get it for you. I'm gonna get it for you. I got it. They give him there and he'll go, "I'm gonna get it for you. I got you. I got you." No, that's why he ain't gonna have it. He just gonna get
It's Smokey on Friday.
that shit building up. That's why you see a lot of big
That's that.
usual. Interest. High interest rate. Child support.
Yeah.
They don't even have enough money. Shit, some of them don't even have enough money
Oh,
to get drunk.
somebody
They gotta go rob.
I got one.
No, they
I got
scrape
one.
up $2 for the wild hours roads, the worst of the worst. You know what I mean? Just to get escape.
No, actually,
you know what I mean?
I got one.
Then what happened? What came out? The spice. Remember the spice? They wasn't smoking weed. They going in to get the little cheap ass spice. You know?
Whatever they can take them fucking. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of bump off their reality. You see these drinks, they be outside the 7-Elevens.
Looking like Tom.
And corn stores.
What did that to them? The world. People don't come out the womb like that. The world makes people turn into that. You know, you see the Jake that was It was the bird, Ernie phone, they thought you see him on the news.
They on the news.
Yeah, they had a mug shot.
What? Oh, that was him?
Tag and shit, wear the devil shirt.
That's what the world, the Lord, what sent him back to the world. The world ate him up.
That's in the chat, right? I have to make sure.
No video talking about that. Yeah, I seen that video talking about they with the dreads and shit.
Oh, you talking? Oh no, you talking about the ex-leader of the Dallas camp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I came in, man, he was one of them guys that like you knew he had a very prideful spirit, but all the bros looked up to him.
Oh, it's my element.
No, no. No, I'm referring
In Mississippi.
the brothers who was a part of Chicago camp.
Oh, tried and laid to the side.
Oh, him.
Yeah, he had a crowd.
Oh, yeah.
He was in the
Chase Davis.
Oh, he was in the news?
He was in the news? Yeah, because
Chase Davis. Remember him?
he had,
Yeah, he was an asshole.
Yeah, oh, I know. But tried and laid to the side.
Wow.
He had a real proud spirit.
Years ago, before when was still in GMS, when I used to be with the ball taking the restaurant, the ball would be on the phone, talking about all that shit.
Yeah.
These niggas were all the niggas that fell out after that time, they was on the pool. That's why they did like a live stream like years ago when they all was up there.
Oh yeah. It was like the first podcast.
I'd be driving the ball and cat.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
But that's that pride shit.
Yeah.
That was just me. We know that.
Hey.
When the nigga come around, always got to tell you.
He won his spot. That's what it
Just a
is.
man.
He won his spot. That's what it is. But when he ain't like what. Oh, that's different.
He was the one that got. Okay.
Yeah, that brother wasn't even in there long. He was in there for a good 3 years. 3 years. Now
Damn.
We in a new covenant.
Damn.
that's what the scripture speaks about novice and puffed up. You a novice, man. You don't even know. You just regurgitate precepts.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people get tripped up, man. Like you said, they have to be tested. You know what I mean?
People believe everybody they see on the damn camera. He outside and shit. He gotta be a prophet. The scriptures speak about false prophets. You know, self-willed men doing it for their Christian doing it their own, you know, their own things that they want.
Yeah.
That's why the
They stop
scripture
their own
says,
selves. Rivalries, false accusers, traditions of themselves against them.
the men of the Lord, well, to identify the men of the Lord is very simple. You got to open the scriptures. Even the ones that were hot-tempered, they were still very weak men. Right? They might have been hot-tempered, they may have had disagreements, but they were very weak men when it came to the ministry. You look at John the Baptist, you look at some of the disciples, any prophets of old, Moses, always been Moses. They were very meek and humble men. They were servants. They wasn't trying to be no cheap and high and all that.
Yeah, King David. You know what I'm saying?
All in the bit.
King David, very meek.
Yeah,
The Lord said he loved King David because you know, people think
could have took out some of them.
yeah, people think of King David like he was a meek man.
Yeah.
Now he would put you as a death.
Yeah, like you said, before he became greater than he was. Like you said, he was a scrawny man. You know, he said, man, look at him like, take on him.
That's why who was the wise man? Samuel. And even that's why I like that the episode, the season that came out last year. What was that? Coming out. Yeah, what was the name of it?
I still didn't watch him.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Yeah, it'd be hard for me to get through some of this shit.
Man, just, but I'll just say this real quick. When he got the vision, about humanity, you laugh. Because then, nothing, the Most High, you think the Most High gave us all these emotions and he only got one? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So basically, Samuel was like, oh, the Most High has a sense of humor. Because out of all the brothers, the chosen was the smallest. You know what I mean? So, hey, that's a beautiful thing, though. Don't, if, one of mine is Galatians 6:3, one of my favorites. Just because you have a big stature or a big voice and all that, don't mean nothing, man. You know? You know? Hey, the scripture say the meek shall inherit the earth, right? Now, we know that we're talking about us, but the meek, go, you know?
Yeah. Like I said, that's what the scripture says. What? Be humble thyself, therefore the ground. Once you know what the Lord will what? Exalt you in due time.
Right.
You know? Like you said, it's like King David. So he exalted them at the right time.
Yeah, but you read the scriptures.
Yeah, most part.
You read the scriptures, David's brothers, they were expecting to be anointed. Well, even their fathers thought, his father told him, like, nah, they 100 right here.
And the father knew that.
And now mine, he was doing this behind
Yeah, kind of what made King David great as well was that he was a warrior. You know, he knew that Saul was put in place by Yahweh.
Yeah, he never usurped the authority. He never said, Samuel anointed me, so I'm taking the throne. He never did that. And Saul still wasn't murdered. David let him have it. He said, look, I'm going to let you have it until you count it up. That wasn't enough for Saul. Saul's son murdered.
You know what I'm saying? Because even Jonathan saw, you know, Jonathan saw David being the king, you know, but Jonathan still had to go with his father.
Yeah, and that was Saul's son. But him and David were like best friends.
Yeah.
You know? So that shows you looking at your own daddy like that. You know, he was crazy. I got a father. Yeah. So that was a tough thing too, because David had a ton of money. So it was a relationship with Jonathan and David. But that goes back to just because you think it's something better, or because you feel like you should be in those things that work everything out. The scripture says, I was trying to pray every man in his order to come back. You try to put things in order. This people, the spirit got you right. The whole shot on him is in what place he wants to go. Until that day comes, just be where you at. I'm the head of the camp, last in the camp, the other was on the chariot. So what are you trying to prove? Please the man. That's the scripture talked about. And what is that? Okay, these guys men looking at you like, oh, okay. You still in captivity, still in the flesh, still suffering, still ain't got shit. What the fuck is that doing but boosting your fucking pride?
Hey, Yahweh is the best example of how we should walk. Remember, they called him a good master. Like he said, why y'all call me good? And he's perfect. You know what I mean? So that's the best way to think. You know, regardless if, like you said, regardless if you're head of camp or the bishop over the, you know, the whole East Coast or whatever. You know what I mean? You know, we got a job. We got a job to do.
Yeah, and another thing is, Yahweh said, my grace is sufficient enough. You know, that should be enough for you to get your shit straight. You know, grace. I think it's time to do what you need to do and not be as prideful as you think you are.
Yeah, Christianity. Christianity takes that grace and think nigga shit. Nigga shit. We are the grace. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some more nigga shit.
Yeah. But no, seriously, Christianity makes you nigga. Yeah, it's all right. You can cut up. You come over there, do your tithing. You come here every Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. You know. Yeah, right.
That makes you want to do more.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
there's a green light.
Yeah, come on.
Christianity gives you a green light to fuck up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Judgment against it.
That's why the Lord, again, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, come. That's why I'm glad. That's why I'm glad that we're trying to encourage you. This is what we actually go by the laws, you know. Having fun, man. That's why everything's out of whack. Mainly concerning our people, man. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, they can fool men, but like you said, you can't fool the Most High. You know, but Lord knows everything. That's why the scripture says the Most High has no respect of person. That's why, like you said, everybody's not good judges. That's why it says everybody's not good judges. But you know that like some judges don't be in the house of the first. Like I said, everybody, even he doesn't get judged. You know what I'm saying? And that's the scary part, man. That, like you said, all of us gonna get judged. Whether you good or evil. So we pray that, like you said, that you know what I'm saying, that we on the good end of being judged, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of. I think how much the other side is 1,000 times greater than the sun. Yeah, okay, you might go out on the highways and byways and kind. I mean, you might go out on the highways and byways and turn on the camera, and to men look like you are doing the right thing. But the minute you turn the cameras off, you're a fucking demon.
Hey, look at Joel Osteen. So many people were marveled and captivated by him because he spoke so soft and eloquently, and he had that big ass dome. But out here, when that hurricane, when that shit happened, he showed his true colors. He was Joe Clark. Chain the doors. Don't let these niggas. You know what I'm saying? No, he showed his true colors.
Bro, we had a full stadium.
And ain't that the same place where they went to do some plumbing work and found all that money in the walls? Yeah, that nigga wicked.
Yeah, he likes it.
Yeah.
But you know how that's
I got a quick precept.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 7. It says, "For who maketh thee to differ from another?" Right, so Paul is saying, who made you better than the next one? Basically what it says. Right? It says, "For who maketh thee to differ from another? And what hast thou that thou didst not receive?" So, you're saying, I'm this guy, I got this, well, how did you receive it? You get that yourself, right? It says, "And what hast thou that thou didst not receive? Now, if thou didst receive it, why dost thou glory? As if thou hadst not received it." So why are you boasting in it? Like you ain't get it the same way others? He's a gift. You ain't no magic. Somebody said, "Who made you different?" How you different? How different? You woke up with a great you woke up with the precept. You
Yeah, you learn from somebody. Like you said, it says Romans 10, it says, how should they hit without it?
Fast forward 20 years. Just the 50 broken. Just the 50 broken. How did you see? Remember like
Yeah, like you said, God gave you something and like he easily take it away. You gotta humble yourself.
I remember like that first time you learned how to use it. Lord, take the camera with us. That's why the test is hard, because it's easy but it's hard. He puts us in duration. You gotta live this out. And we so feeble, we'll forget about the emotions we felt when we first came in because of the trials and tribulations. So we'll forget how the truth made us feel. That's why when we look at new bros that come up, bros that just learn about it, it inspires you. And it's like, that's why it's beautiful, because you can be this thing 14 years, kind of forget, like how precious this thing is. You just doing the trials, dealing with, tribulations, you just going through the motions. You can't let yourself forget. You gotta find a way to remind yourself daily how precious this gift is.
Oh, just like I'll give you a concept. Like I said, truth is first and foremost. But I was thinking about it too. I was like, I went to the gym. Like you said, make sure you break up whatever you do, like to go to the gym. Like, there I go every day. Consistency.
You had that motivation.
Yeah, the motivation keep going. You be in it like 2 hours, 3 hours. And like you said before, over time you start to see a decrease. Well, I'm gonna go 2 hours now. You need to go 7 days. go 1 hour now, but then go 3 days, 2 days.
And that's the most important part.
Yeah.
That's when the growth is going to you get past that mind block of wanting to be lazy. Once you break that, that's when you start to grow.
Yeah, just like that, just like I said, the famous guy, that exercise. What's his name? Goins, that Jake. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he said his video. Yeah, David Goins. He said it. You know what I'm saying? He asked himself, what is the hardest marathon he did? And like you said, he was doing it. At some point, he just wanted to stop and give up. But but he just kept going. And then like I said, this happened to be like you said, the gym. I actually go every day, but then I was like a little. But then I asked myself, then how do I find the motivation to go back? I don't know what it was, but of course, I don't go there, frequently, but like you said, I just go moderately. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you don't want to quench your spirit too much. We're going hard all the time. Like you said, that's the worst way. Like you gotta have that fuel, because you're basically gonna burn out. So that's why you gotta take it slowly, gradually, just take your time. There's a balance. Like you said before, like I said, it's about enduring. You can't keep running, and like you said, you're gonna tire yourself out. That's what's the problem. Slow and steady. That's what. Philly says what? Race not get to the super strong. Like you said, you gotta pace ourselves. But
There's an analogy of weight and how you say it takes. A lot of people grab the weights and start off 1, 2, 3. 1 rep, 1, 2, 3, 2 reps. No, that's not an actual rep. That's your warm up. This is our warm up. The actual work comes in when you start to feel that burn. When you start to feel that resistance of the wind acting on you. And when you make that first curl, that's one. Because you're feeling that burn. Yeah, that's when your muscles are doing work. But up until that point, all you're doing is just warming up.
This shit's smooth.
Because I thought, because I thought that once you get tired, that's when you gotta stop for a second, keep going back up.
Once you feel that first burn, because anybody can grab a weight for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, however long your rep is, and that's one. But no, you're not conditioning your muscles.
And what does the spotter usually do when you being too heavy? Give me one more. Give me one more. The motivation. You know what I mean?
You reach thresholds with anything. You'll find that it sets gradually do it. But this is First Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. That's consistency. Consistency is how the Lord sets up everything. He doesn't give it. He doesn't like mercy. He says it's fast. That's not Esau. Fast money, fast food, fast girls, fast women. The Lord loves consistency. Gradually, he wants us to build up to something. All right? He wants you to work your way up to something. This journey, progress. You walk a journey, they just want 6 that's a journey of progress that is to it.
Yeah, it takes a while.
And you have to always be abounding in that work. You can't have to start with the motivation because you watch a YouTube video, think that's right. Now you do a couple sit-ups. You gotta have a whole regimen that's scheduled, for a long time. See, you can actually see the change.
See, that's one thing about David Goins. Like he don't speak it. He said on video, he said, I'm showing you this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They said that, when Carter was, he said, you guys didn't see no camera on me, right? You guys didn't notice I was here, right? I said, yeah. See, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing the camera. He said what? God is watching. And that's the most important point. You want to get validation from the most side. I said, look, Lord, I'm actually doing it. I'm doing it. Y'all watching me, right? And y'all shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing you that I'm doing it. See, I'm not doing it for the world. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, a lot of people that doing it, like I said, homes videos and all stuff like that, okay, you're doing it for the camera though, but are you really about them, like I said, behind the scenes when the camera aren't showing, are you really a genuine person that actually give out money, you know what I'm saying, without, like you're saying, being seen? You see a lot of
guys
YouTube
that came in and they, we told them, you ain't ready yet. They'll leave us immediately going by themselves. All this.
I know,
like if you went and asked them basic shit, they would It's crumbled. It's just out there, just showing it out there, and then it disappears. That's what some roads, when you build waiting on the outside, and you know, if you truly love the world, you do it. What's the pace to one of them?
That's the hard part.
Yeah, once you cross that line, you know what I mean? That's a whole nother responsibility.
Yeah, that's a different animal.
Yeah.
That's a different animal. Yeah, I was about to say something.
Yeah, but always about it. You always want to make sure you're doing something that helps the spirit. Because your spirit is how you connect with your creator. You don't connect with your creator in the flesh, you connect with your creator in the spirit. So if you're not always providing a way to your spirit, you're not connected to your spirit. Set with a chick, she on period, you fuck with her. You want to clean, man. You want to clean. You had ate some of all that stuff in the spirit. That was, of course, you're not condemned by the law, but the law still in effect. You're still in clean. You know what I'm saying? It's funny you should say the Lord ain't gonna do no way. So the Lord ain't dealing with you. You're gonna hate some all the time. Talk to the Lord.
What had happened was
you gotta talk to your Howard Shine. And then when you talk to your Howard Shine, you gotta make sure it's a valid thing. You know what I'm saying? We pitiful. You know, you a sinner. Dumb shit. They being the truth doing dumb shit. You know? But you have to be really contrite when you do dumb shit. Because the Lord is going to Because for, like I said, you can't even just go to the Most High. The Most High not dealing with no unclean. The Most High don't deal with unclean. He don't deal with uncleanness. That's one of the main reasons he's not dealing with us. In the Lord tells you about how people's ass clean. We're unclean right now. You gotta go through your shelter shirt.
Yahushua already laid down the his life already, man. So
That's the point of him coming in the flesh. You know? The whole point of him being made like his brother, so we'll have you're not taking care of your spirit. How can you take care of your spirit? That's what taking on the road. They don't know what they're part of. They can be mental health, physical health, they can be studying not just spiritual, but you know, things that actually matter. They can listen to rap music, watch podcasts, and go through the motions, man. That's not gonna help you grow. You don't grow by not working on whatever you put your hand to. You put your hand to the plow, you're not gonna get better at working if you're not, adding to your efforts. You're just going through the motions. You see a lot of drinks that get stagnant in the truth, stagnant in drinking, stagnant in the way they deal with brothers, stagnant in their behavior, not growing because
There's another thing. I was at the plantation and where I work, they have a cafeteria. You know, you can go in there, you can get you dinner or whatever, right? So I went in and I just ordered, fish with the, hush puppies and some tartar sauce. So I'm sitting down and I saw what the fish was. So I sit down and eat. I'm like, yeah, this is fish. I said, hold on a second, let me see if this is raw fish. I knew it wasn't. Let me see if this is raw. No, it's not raw.
that's a deal.
Exactly. But I went to the process of justification. Let me justify if I did eat this shit, I'm good. I didn't eat it because I knew better in the spirit. I was like, I can't eat this shit, so I ate the hush puppies. Damn sure was.
He was a heavy man. It's just fish. And the Lord looking at you gotta remember, I think you said it earlier. I asked the Lord at 10 times brighter than the sun. If you're not moving accordingly like the Lord is ordering, you ain't moving. When that proves you don't feel the Lord, because if you truly feel the Lord, we're going to be having it.
So respect.
Because you got, when you truly feel something, you feel it.
Yeah, that's funny too, because yesterday, whatever, you know what I'm saying, I went to the Baha'i, you know, I made sure, look, don't put the shrimp, you know, first, or, you know, they make sure I always put it last, you know, so that you can contaminate it, right? And then, you know, so, you know, they got a little game called, you know, tossing the chain, kind of find out, you know, one of my cousins, whatever, kind of find out, you know, play little games, you kind of like, oh, shit. Oh, shrimp? I don't eat shrimp. But if someone told me, it's like that's shrimp. Like, you know.
Take it right in the mouth.
Yep. She's like, ooh, shit, that's shrimp. I said, damn, that's what you get for not asking the question. You made sure it was shrimp because she was guessing that it was probably chicken or something.
So, and look, we don't do this type of shit with ourselves. We do this type of shit with worldly people. Mainly women. You know, we tell them, bitch, come on,
Next thing you know that she.
I can't fuck with you. They really, you tell them, I can't fuck with you because you're on your period. It's like they want you to fuck with them more.
Oh, I'm gonna clean it.
You know,
Yeah, kinda,
well,
yeah.
demons, because women are physical demons. They don't work on their spirit. They just care about some,
That's true. Like I said, one of we go rest of us.
so they don't work on their spirit. They will makes them feel happy and happy. That's what
Yep, and that's why how the way it is now. That's why women are destroyed. That's why they operate on the blood. That's why the morals are destroyed.
that's why we told them, make sure play a role because it's a demon telling you. They don't even believe what they say.
Yeah, they don't like righteousness. Like I said, you tell them about righteousness, I already know Lexa, they're like, you're a lame.
One day out of
Yeah.
one day out of
Right, yeah. That's why Susan says, what, a wicked man, a wicked woman.
exactly.
Just like I did a video, man, about you know, about this woman, like shit, she got a black guy, but all of a sudden, because basically, a DL, you know, some whatever, you know, DL gay or your rejection, whatever, you know, type of dude, you know, I guess asked her out, and, you know, she didn't like them, and then she, you know, the dude stopped her, you know, in the eye. And then goddamn, all because of rejection. Like you said, these are times that come where, like you said, dudes ain't gonna, you know, like rejection, just like say, they can't have it, they don't want to destroy you, like these are times that we get.
She probably didn't have to go through that if she was going down.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Like I said, that's why I said the time to come. Like I said, a lot of them want to destroy. Like, either like you said, if she's not part of your elect lady, or she's not, you know, part of the, you know, she's not part of the men of the Lord. Like I said, anyone, like I said, that's it's not part of these two categories. They're gonna be destroyed.
The elect ladies, you know,
They special.
which they are women that will be saved because of their men. They are part of the elect ladies. That's what that's saying too. The women that are the elect ladies, like you said, they're special. We haven't seen it. They're out there, they're watching it. They're in the
You want one?
background, they're believing.
Appreciate you. Make sure I'm hungry.
You're not part of those two categories. Like you said, they make it. I don't care.
You can be angry,
Yep.
murder, torture. Because if the Lord don't have an order, a covering of you, he'll give it to the world. And the world is very vicious.
Yeah. It don't matter. Let's say, for example, he was a decent man, but at the end of the day, he's gonna get caught up. Destroyed. No matter how good he is, no matter how like you said before, you don't got a covering. It don't matter. It's just a period of time. You know, he's belong with that.
Yeah, the world is very vicious with nature. You know, it's kill to survive, kill to conquer, come personal. Oh, it's the same thing. That's why you got, we brought up the instance of that girl, she got tortured by all the men, and he was doing all types of things. Some of the most, you can't even imagine this stuff until you hear it. It's like, how do you even think about this stuff? The world is very gruesome and vicious. If you don't have that cover, you're going to be against it. You're in a dungeon somewhere, gang rape, dating.
Electrocuted,
Set on fire.
And the worst part is that what? Nobody's coming to save you.
Nobody's coming to, that's the worst part.
And think about it, that's the Lord that's allowing it to happen to you. So on top of that, you must be something waiting for the Lord to allow you to do that. We basically succumb to that, you know, vicious act. Or just women in general that try to threaten the Lord or make mockery of the men of the Lord. I said, Lord, don't get it, we know that. So, like you say, you see the movie, you know, Saturday Night Live. I've got that one movie with the clown, you know, a couple whatever, you know, like that. I've got that different, my movie.
You say?
Yeah.
It?
No, not really found, but they're like American, like, regions or something like that.
Oh.
But basically they have basically like high school girls in cages like that.
You look at these
I
war
watch
movies,
that.
I think so. Wow.
you know, these war movies, although they water it down a lot, but the spoilers that go on is women. You know?
Well, shit, we had these two Marines, man, they take two, I think, on road, and they were in position, they stood up, and shit,
Oh, yeah, I see that.
and they grabbed some, they dragged her feet, she was speaking.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
And they were basically saying how just to rape women, killing kids, all manners. That's the world, though. That's the reality of the world.
Wait till it comes here, though.
And really, it's already here. It's just not laws.
Yeah, kind of.
There's laws still in place. But if you go down a long alley, you make a wrong turn at night, you might find yourself a clown nigga that had a clown. Completely. I see it all the time.
Living out his fantasy
All
and
the
shit.
time.
Hey, this is a crazy story you told about a few years ago about the maintenance guy. You know what I'm saying, about the girl, right? Out of state. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the person. Grandma Ross, works at the farm.
You see the little skits here, like the group of kids, like he walks from the malls to the parking lot, and around the corner here, there'll be a skit, not a skit, but right, a big tall dude with a clown mask on, with a big ass machete. He'll start walking to him, and they'll be outnumbered 5-1, and all 5 of them are haul ass. Leave they girl, they tripping over shit.
Yeah, I see.
So imagine in that time they come, yeah, bitch.
No, bro, like I said, you gotta sacrifice that woman for their own. Them men just level on their own.
Yeah, these people are so fucking sick in the head. Don't find it confounding when you see a motherfucker dressed up like a Pokemon. Or
They doing that now, you know what I'm saying? Eventually.
Yeah, no, but
yeah, right, but I'm talking about
Oh, yeah.
going out there on the street and living that fantasy of a fucking, you know, like Japanese anime character.
Yeah, all you got, like, you go on Twitter, man, you see, like, headlines, this sadistic shit that's going on daily. Like, I mean, dude is a fucking 3-year-old, baby, murdering
I just said dark web.
teenagers, girls and boys are serial killers.
Yeah.
Like, this shit is like, it's wild out here, man.
yeah, then you got like these women, they got the movies where these women are, their husband got killed, so now they avenging his death and just killing, you know what I mean, doing crazy shit.
You got sports. You had Jake in Atlanta. They think Atlanta is the most city in Atlanta. So Jake,
What? Wait, what?
A whole bunch of Jakes.
Yeah.
Judah.
Up on the top of the fucking mountain.
They summoned in Atlanta.
No, that's crazy.
This is what's going on at daily basis. Freaks.
While they saying great dignity, as the said, man.
That's sourcing outdoor.
Yeah,
They think Atlanta.
While they said, hey, that's what it seems like. What they've been seduced by wicked spirits.
How in Atlantis if wait a minute, the elevation don't even match.
They went to everything in Louisiana.
Yeah,
That
hold on, they don't even.
That shit below sea level. Jake. World.
Young Thug is one with the trident.
Guys, how you going on?
Hello, how you doing?
Good. No, we just saw you guys out here and we saw your sign and we were
okay,
wondering
yeah.
what you guys were
We
doing.
the Hebrew Israelites. I don't know if you ever heard of the Hebrew Israelites.
No, I haven't.
Okay, you know really familiar with the Bible, any?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the story of Moses and the children of Israel.
Right.
We believe we're the descendants of the children of Israel.
Okay.
That's our belief we teach.
Okay, yeah, no, me and my friend here from Kenya, we were wondering, what you guys were doing. And sometimes people will be here playing instruments, and I'm like, oh, I need a musician for a party. So it's yeah. Okay, cool. All right.
One thing you
Bless
said
you.
Kenya, right?
Huh?
You said Kenya?
Yeah, she's from Kenya.
Oh, she's from
She's from Kenya, and then we're working actually building literacy centers in Kenya. With the Lions Club, so we have done over 8,000 books so far. So she's done internet, she's doing training for orphans. We're actually going into Uganda to start. We'll be doing some international training between Africa and kids and universities. And then, yeah, so we're actually like right now about 6. Actually, I just started going into about 6 African countries with the books that they're going away out of our own. All right, well, thank you guys. All right.
This is 2 Timothy 3:1. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Yeah.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous."
But I went on Twitch, man. I do see this one recently. I'm on Twitch. I said, we put an everybody came up. And it's like streaming this shit. You when it was came out, they got set and get the great game. This is
Now, mind you, everybody sing, game, fucking
But look, this year, Famous Lotion, right? He's actually one of the fans on the sideline in 2K. They put him in there. And so I wouldn't be surprised if like Casa, you know what I'm saying? These popular people that's on streaming, social media, they literally made his character and has him as
No, actually, I think they did do, I think I seen something where they did got some that just hold his head.
See? Yeah, but Famous Los is known, he's like he's an Instagram dude, but he's a hoopy. So it's only right that they put him in it, you know what I mean? Exactly.
People love themselves. Even like a woman is dealing with you. But she's not dealing with you because she cares about you. She's dealing with you for her own self. She's looking out for herself. What can you do for her? She needs some love. What can you do for her?
What's your status?
Pick me up. I need to go here. Give me some money. I'm broke.
I want to be flown out.
Help my mom. Help my sister. I'm sick. She'll just come up with some good shit. She'll just sit in the room.
Yeah, 'cause I just seen it's social media. This one woman
She worked in Colombia. Oh, woman,
yeah, this one female, like she might be, but she basically was going around like, all these men want to hire me. Well, yeah, you can hire me, but I'm gonna tell you what I need. I'm gonna need this. Oh, I need a good daddy for my child, and and meant it. Like she wasn't joking. She expected, and she just kept going and saying what she needs. She didn't even talk about what she brings to the table. You know what I mean?
You know what they say? I am the secret.
Right. That's wicked.
This is the last thing she'll say.
See, but ancient women, they essentially care for them. They were going to care. I want a man that I can care for. Help me.
That's one thing I say about the Philippines, about Japanese, what I'm saying, like you said, they actually, I'm not saying everything, but most of them really want a husband.
To care for.
To care for. Because again, that's how they was raised.
Hey, who came up with that dumb I am the table? What that mean? You ain't bring, if you the table, what are you doing that's helping?
That's another little stuff, but even men too, like you with a woman, but you just want to fuck her, but you don't care about her mental state, you don't care about, people got trauma and shit, man. Everybody is loving themselves. When you break down the whole morality of the law, it's about caring for even the people. As one, treating each other, righteously, not being selfish, not being prideful. That's what it's all about. The kingdom of heaven is all about that. And everybody, no matter what relationship, whether you're in a relationship with a home, everybody is in it for their own game. Only these dudes can make this mean. Who is you love? Care about the betterment of the people you're around.
I'm with my homeboy because he get the girl. See me bagging the girls, you know what I mean? You
You
know?
don't care about the weather. It's ready to consider the issue. You hang around, it's not ridiculous. That ain't love, man.
Let me just get this.
That's like,
Oh, it's potato.
you got an uncle, and he's sick, and the things that made him sick, he's still doing it. But you don't curse him the fuck out. You don't love him. You literally watching him kill himself, dude. And he's but he gonna be mad at me now when he come around if I tell him the truth. Well, then you gotta suffer that.
That's how you know that's this is what in front of the world. It's what you got in front of the world, not of the truth.
I'm just watching drugs.
I might get them for it. You know, I know people that used to get it for them.
You know what's so sad? Like you said, when somebody's down, you know, especially with these people, that's something that's hate competition. Since the woman's down, and I don't talk shit about you. You know what I'm saying? She makes that shit about you know, vice versa, right? You're down, you know, like you said, you're down too, but you're down lower. So they like seeing you, know, so like they like seeing somebody that's more down than them. So what? It makes them feel better.
Especially when a woman can't take, in this world, a woman can't take a man getting more recognition than her. They will try to emasculate their own man if they see that their man is likable or always on top, on point, and, or reliable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because a woman, you know probably women are. They secretly hate that because they're not the center of attention.
You know what's funny? You see the video?
I just heard you remember her?
He was seeing one of his daughter's boyfriend. He got brothers, so you know he was saying, my daughter's on. They gonna give you verbal lashes. And you can hear the daughters laughing as he's saying it. He this, brother. I'm telling you, when they started laughing, he said, brother, I'm serious. My daughters don't respect you. So I just want to let you know if you want to do this, know what you get yourself into. I would have thought did not smoke, he did not smile, his daughter did not. My daughter don't speak. Man, I would have ran out that guy. He called brother. He didn't even call him like, hey, what you want my daughter? He said, brother.
Hey,
I would have got the fuck up out of there.
Still stand. What you said about Aisha, she just wicked. Every 2 years or some shit she mad about. Now she didn't even want Stephen Curry to play basketball. The best shooter ever. I thought he was just gonna be a high school basketball coach. The best shooter ever we've ever seen. You ain't expect for him to
All
play
of them,
that?
multiple rings.
Get out of here.
And like you said, she's still not satisfied. Because what? Like you said, she wasn't the center of the attention.
That's exactly why. She's the back burner to this. And you know the girls like light skin, the eyes and all that. And he's one of the top players. You know she's secretly like this. You know what I mean?
That's what happens when civilized beings in the water. Women should be allowed to be really quick. I put another clip in the chat. Jake was like, y'all always get mad back then.
Hey!
Hey, that's tough.
Some women, because women naturally want to be correct. So these women and you just, yeah, that's good for you. Take a hit though. And if she want to kill herself, it's better than what's breathing out here. If you that fucked up, you I can't handle it.
See, there's a lot of problems. Like you said, they get married for a long period of time, and then once they divorce, they think it's always better out there until they find out, oh damn, I was better off with my husband.
You got this nigga Jordan Lucas.
It's like Lala, she's one of them. Like Lala, she's one of them.
Yeah, Lala was. You had Jordan Lucas. He just did 2 music videos. One guy was Jen Hall. She an old hoe. Why she ain't married somebody? And the next one got Maya. She an old hoe. Why she ain't married? So, but he think that's like a badge of honor. I got these old docs that everybody like.
That was his, but that was his crush when he was a kid.
He didn't kiss her. just kissed the whole rap game.
Yeah.
Running through.
Yeah.
That's
She
the
said
whole
she looked
rap
good.
game.
I ain't gonna let you look good, man.
From 2000.
But why you think she quit the industry? She got tired of being because she gets she knows who she is too. She knows she's Jake too. You know what I'm saying? But she seen what was going on, and that's why she still make money for touring and performing. But she said, I'm done playing the game.
The woman that's sick, a woman that's 45, she's supposed to have children, family and grandchildren. And you know, I got a husband, she's you in fucking music video. Just another nigga, you don't care about like.
He was kissing on her.
Yeah, make it out with Regina and fucking like in both videos.
I get bad.
But
Yeah.
but Simple Jake would be like, yeah, bro, you got mine, you fucking bitch. You got mine.
I was getting tossed up.
Jake has no fucking no standards.
Remember when they was big on Chili from TLC?
Yeah.
And Suge Knight and them Death Row chewing, train. Yeah, she get tossed up and back. Yeah.
That's why I respect Future. Future's getting the youngest and impregnated. He ain't fucking with the old nigga. He a wicked nigga. But at least he got some sense. I'm fucking 20-year-olds.
She for the streets.
Sierra mad. She done changed his son's name.
Yeah, I seen that.
That is, yo, that is so wicked. Yo.
Hey, Future Jr.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, his actual, yeah, his biological name.
Yeah, but they put Wilson on the back of his name. Russell Wilson. That's his stepfather.
He changed for Future
He basically got a
Jr.
7-8.
to
Yeah, well, that is, you know what I mean? So she's trying to get that happen. You know what I mean? That's what women are predictive like that.
But he don't give a fuck. Cause he got children all these. That's what I said. I respect that. Cause she thinks she get now, but she don't know that they got children by 20 years old.
Yeah, but that's because this world pushes that the woman is the head. You know what I mean? We dictate what our children are. You know what I mean? You know, you just a vessel, yo.
But we can't be mad at Sierra. We got to be mad at Russell. We got to put Russell in there. He's sitting there letting this shit go on.
He's sitting there smiling and all these pictures. She probably tell him what to wear. She's staying like
He
this.
probably on his
She
tail
on
anyways. He already
TikTok
on his tail.
twerking.
That's what I'm about to say.
And skip.
Right.
I know we gotta go back to slide, but one more thing since you brought up that wicked ass bitch. Somebody was interviewing Jim Jones. In the middle of the interview, this bitch walks up to Jim Jones and says, "Yeah, you need to marry your woman." While he's being interviewed, and started lecturing another man about his own relationship that has nothing to do with her. That's women. That's what happens when a man does not check their
We got to
woman.
marry Russell because she's not a woman that's like by herself. She's married to a man. That man is allowing that demon to prance around.
Talking about she a woman of God that next time she's butt naked on the red carpet.
We go to Russell and say, nigga, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Yeah.
Yeah. And like you said, you got other women saying, oh yeah. And like you said, you got other women looking at her and say, yeah, I need to fuck my Russell.
Yeah, I need my Russell. Somebody that said me see a horse. I go to
She's a lot, brother. I know you had a free.
Oh yeah. That's what happened to Pat Pooch. Or I mean, I think she's cheating with another nigga. She's like, you know, get Pat Pooch back. Like, nah.
She cheated on her with a nigga, a female,
I know, boy.
and a female. Like he explained. He caught her with another woman in their house with their child on the bed.
Wow.
Yeah. Pat, this is how you know women will drive.
I believe every man.
Yo, but this is how you know women. What the scripture said, I have seen many men drive the women sloppy. The women sloppy. Pat Pooch was never the type of person to speak in public. That she got him so mad he went and pressed live and started breaking down everything for like an hour, yo. And he was more of like what you would call a manly man nowadays. You know what I mean? He got so vexed that he went and told the whole world what exactly was going on.
She probably didn't. There was she
Nah,
does,
she
but
bugging
women.
her.
This is what women do. they put on the front, like they'll date another man and act like they living their best life, but really they just destroy themselves. They hate themselves and destroy themselves. And in the process, they're waxing worse. They're becoming more of a demon to the point that they'll become unrecognizable. Like her messing with what's he got eating, that's she doing that for the world. But in the meantime,
I think he left.
She loves herself.
I think he left.
what's they gonna do? I'm demons on them.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna fuck about nothing.
She already wanted to act like a nigga anyway. Like, man, you know, she was the toughest. You know what I mean?
Like you said before, exposing herself to the point to go more and more. That's what, like you said, it becomes worse and worse.
Can I finish this out, brother? Back in 2 Timothy 3:2, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient.
Boasters. We went into that earlier. Why are you boasting with yourself? What did you do that you should be boasting? Feel like you're a crown on my head from y'all. It don't matter. What is the fuck? Still got a trunk head on my head. Like, what are you boasting with? I don't understand that. That shows you what the most is feeling with. What day you say? You're tired of blue. You know? And they just seen the miracle. They was there for them. But it wasn't enough for they with the world. We're gonna build our own God. The more that the brown swung their ass up. But then the ones that survived still be preaching. We get back to the old thing. We put this, we see the spirit. You gotta remember, Bugsy.
Yeah, oh, she's a man first.
This is a man, but I should tell you the home.
Like you said before, but you yank, like
Those that would not have me rain over them, rain them. We gonna turn it home. I can't wait.
I'm still looking at you. Yes, no, that's it. Now there's no Lord, please, is there some type of you can talk about? Like you said, you're gonna have Christians like that too, like tell me that way we can talk about making trees and all. Like you say, straight to the point.
Nigga with purple dreads.
Yeah, they don't
These are
understand
purple
y'all
dreads.
They don't understand y'all about solution shop.
I gotta go. We talking right now. The season for talking will be over. The purpose of us, because the Lord will shut our mouths. Y'all remember that? He's going to cause our tongue to speak to top our mouth. Damn it, it'll work. Honey season, ain't no more talking. Ain't no more let me break the other. No.
Terminate.
Brother, get hold. Nah, ain't no more holding precepts. Hold second address.
No, you hold your head.
Yeah, exactly.
He said, you know, we gonna hate it.
Y'all got some shots for the men that's deaf for picking up sticks.
Yeah.
Like David, like that with Don did.
Fall by the throat.
Nah. Eyes, flame of fire.
And we gonna be made hard too.
Yeah, like you said, this is how the Lord starts. Like you said, you already know.
Right now, if we, you know, right now you might be able to put a centimeter of body in, but you gonna feel like some way about it. And that day, we just gonna be sitting in the body. Take it back to the spirit.
Like
Don't
you said,
respect the
because
persons whatsoever.
like you said, the guys that we are now, we're not gonna be those same guys that we see now. We're gonna be different.
Lord said he gonna put his anger in his right.
Yeah.
That's when this
So,
out.
yeah.
And you see how the Lord get down.
Like I said, back in the day, like you said, you know, some war and killing, that was, you know, what I mean, like you said, that was a regular thing back then.
It's soft now. It's soft. It's soft as shit.
Yeah, like you said, you got Barney, Disney, all these cartoons.
You see when Jake get in the fight, when the victor, the one that's winning, he start kicking him, stomping him. All right, that's enough, brother. That's enough. These days, ain't nobody breaking that up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He getting put out. Yeah.
Now, of course, in the law, if it's too Israelite, you know, you don't have to go too bad. You got to in a reckless world.
Nah, that's what I mean. I ain't talking about brothers. I'm just saying, somebody was banging out. You were banging out.
I see it, man. Like you said, the fight, I was like, God damn.
I remember real quick. I remember when I was younger, my people they beat this dude so bad, and I got that I don't have that heart and spirit. You know what I mean? They ripped the drain off the house, came around the corner. He already laid out. They beat him so bad his eyelid was hanging. Ripped the gutter off it. I mean, he's already like this. I ain't no. Ripped the gutter, came around the corner. Bang! I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm looking like, so, you know what I'm saying? I just say that. Say, in that day, man, we ain't gonna have that feeling bad. With somebody leaking or somebody laid out. You know what I'm saying?
What was that? Aaron jumped up with the speed. And killed that Hamite. It was in the book of Exodus. Aaron, I believe it was the son of Aaron, jumped up and
I'm going to continue on. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful.
Like you said, disobedient. Like you said, man, you said, hey, like you said, a kid, you don't get a certain way, whatever. They actually tell their parents. You seen that? That's pretty, you know, especially Esau. She said, "Mom, I remember funny Michael Green. Mom, I want my dad now.
Remember the young? I'll
kill you, Mom."
Last year there was a young Jake. He was a grown man, but he was a young man. The mother was giving him everything he wanted, and because she didn't give him something, he wild off and killed him. I forget what it was. Like she worked real hard and gave him everything. It was one thing she did not give him, and he lost his cool and killed him. Unthankful, disobedient. Back in 2 Timothy 3 and 2, it says, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
Yeah, unthankful. Like you said, a lot of people are thankful. Like, for example, like you said before about, you know, I'm saying, like, you hear a lot of persons like, yeah, I'm about parents off cousins who passed away, then it's like, damn, I regret that I said or what I did. You know, like you said, nobody cares about a person who passed away. That's my right here.
But you can get away with that shit when the laws are not well behaved and not kill your parents. You just committed. So now we're gonna show what happens if he says broke your fist. Everybody got that in their head. Just think about murder. What's your son doing to murder? This is what you gonna get. That's what the laws are so
Go to get your mom.
Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good.
Damn, despisers those that are good. Like you said before, they got what, LMLPs and school systems. Like, no, we don't want that. Yeah, I seen that at Trent. I said, dang,
I've seen it.
that's weird.
He got the whole shit.
That's crazy.
Says traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than
You ought to be.
says lovers of pleasure more than lovers of the Most High, and that's all these.
Money, sex, food, a good drink, strong drink, sports, music, whatever makes you feel good.
Gluttony, remember? Remember? You said it's a gluttony.
You tell them that you want to Tupac saying, oh my God, Tupac saying, you and Tupac.
It says having a form. Oh, I'm sorry, Salah. High-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away.
Yeah, like you said before, you know, like you said, you got all the blessings, but again, ultimately you don't think the Most High. You know, oh, I did this, God didn't help me, I did it myself. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna appreciate God, but it's basically for you. You know what I'm saying? Or like you said, you can see. You know, I just say the music videos, they're like, what? They're like, what? I want to thank God for this music opportunity. You know,
they have a form of God, they will let the Lord talk about Jehovah Wickedness, Christians, Baptists. They in that form, like I'm better than you. you know, you drive out of church, they try to act like they ain't doing regular shit that every average person does. They're holding it now. They some of the most high-minded, selfish people on earth.
Yeah.
Right?
Having a form of God.
Yeah. Yeah, passions and all that. You know, they say, like you said, cause wars, they, you know, they commit adultery. You know what I'm saying? That's really
He told you niggas you got to celebrate Christmas. You still do it. You love pleasures more than you love most
But the explanation nowadays is different. And not even just us. People are waking up to the wickedness of evil. You don't even gotta be it. It's like, they'll bring up, hey, this comes from Saturn Avenue. These people were over there dancing around butt naked. You know what I mean? And you show them.
niggas still
You know, that's why I like that episode of Boondocks when Riley bring, I think it was Dewey and Riley. Which one was the one that was smart? Dewey broke down to, and then after a while he listened. So it went from words to so they don't want to hear it. They want to do one ear and out the other.
That's it. Okay. You say your grandma and mom, like you said, that's crazy. You telling us too that like you said, yeah, again, that's the Lord. The Lord can only.
But like you said, they want that comfort. They don't
put on their Christmas sweater.
the ugly sweater party.
That's for them. They said, I got nothing to do. That's for them. Look what I got you. You get me. It makes them feel good.
Yeah, that's how. Like we said before, what did I get? Where my presents at?
They like the experience of doing Christmas.
And if I may, just let them have it now. Yeah, all right, you got it.
Especially that music. Like I said, the first exit.
We in
You feel that
2025.
spirit.
Nigga, you still put up Christmas lights.
Yeah, we ain't going.
Nigga, you got TikTok, you got Instagram, it's on YouTube. Everybody telling you what it is. The fuck you about to come out and tell you, you know you're supposed to be doing
It says it right here, share it right.
They just did a movie with Satan's on, man. Showing you what that shit came from.
Some buck tell you that too sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, South Park got a little bit of this.
Some buck
I
tell
don't
you.
see it though. I don't see it.
What do you think is the form of entertainment?
Yeah, so we over here doing what the Lord told us to do, while y'all ignoring it, but we the bad guys. You know?
Why y'all doing this? Lord told us to do it.
Yeah.
I ain't going no deeper than that. Lord told me to do it.
Yep. And following what the Lord told us.
So like he actually heard the voice.
Yep. Yep.
I'm crazy than motherfucker. I heard a voice and they say, bring her in. That's really
Well, that is on your side. You know, the pineals.
No, I heard a voice. When you in your head, they say you need to be out there. That's the voice.
Like you said, the good voices come from the Lord. I'm saying you got a lot of
The spirit in your mind. So when you hear something tell you, go and teach. Go out, that's the Lord. I heard a voice.
There you go.
That touched me and turned out.
Shit come out of nowhere. And this thing's so spiritual, man. This thing, hey man, this thing, while the brother looking for it, hey, you can't tell me this thing ain't spiritual. Look, we riding on, we on our way to Kent, Christmas. And I just feel something. Look, we going this way, I just feel something. What was left? This brother pointing at his mother's eye. My mother, you know, he zoned out driving.
Yeah, I see.
And he just put up his fist. And now look, the brothers in the camp. You can't tell me that ain't, you know what I'm saying? That was crazy. You know, you somebody looking at you.
That was you at the time. I saw you do this.
Yeah, like I said.
I didn't even look at the Lord. I'm driving. The Lord, we just in the Lord's movie.
Yeah.
You know, often he's just playing out what he already scripted.
Yep.
If you fall off, he's tripping.
So we all, like you said, we all heard that voice.
We all heard it.
Yes.
Many are called, but what?
And they gonna say you crazy.
Why?
Everybody crazy.
Everybody crazy out there.
See, right hand side crazy.
Why you got a
Y'all
part
niggas left hand side crazy.
That's
commanded to do
you know what I'm
this.
saying? They look at you because you're not what you're not part of the world. Like you said, you're not willing to, like you said, you can go to these parties, you know, they start dancing and all that. No.
These niggas get their butt played with, man. These niggas lunatic.
But look, another thing is we're mysterious. We're mysterious to the world. Like the people that know you, they don't know that you do this. So if they ever see you out here, they're like, yo, you be doing this?
That happened today.
Yeah, it's we're mysterious.
I went to school. He was like, he said my name. I just kept going. I was like, it's a commandment. And he just kept walking.
Now, I say that to say that now the world, they don't hide anything. They show everything they do. They show, they want to be seen. They want to show everything, let everybody know what they're doing. You know what I mean?
That's
We're not like that.
And they can't take anything from it.
Oh, shit.
That's why they gotta be all extra.
Gotta have the big old gold headband. You know what I mean?
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
You remember the Ooze Power Rangers? When they got the headbands and the ninja shit. They got the ninja shit. And they get their power. That's how the Hebrews always look. That scene with the Power Rangers, they got the head and the shit.
You have 90s, you have 90s in there.
That's how the Hebrews look.
What's the point? Why you gotta? So that's basically saying, look at me. Look
Yeah, I
at
wanted
me.
to
Keep talking to white Rangers. Fuck out of here. Now, yes, we do have a certain style that was before us. Y'all ain't doing that right. For one, your garment, even this is not right. Your garment supposed to cover your whole body. You're not going to be showing skin.
Yep, that's why the elders say, hey, pants. Yeah, how hot it is. And it be hot sometimes.
Yeah, but according to our culture, the woman ain't just covered up, men are covered up. Everybody's covered up. That's why when David was dancing, thanks to the Lord. Because that's really a shameful thing. But he was at home amongst the women. But he was dancing for the Lord. He didn't know that. He saw they go for joy. He didn't know that was going to happen. So when he said, "Bitch, for the Lord," that's what he got mad. Like, because it's a shameful thing. When you make this you did it for the Lord. That shows you how many games
Like you said, the woman, like you said, his wife, they got mad. You know, they worked those jobs.
That's like
That's the first one.
like
That's
your
the
woman.
man. All she did was got mad.
That's like a woman that comes out here. And that's when you should respect your role. Because obviously this is something important that you need to do. Your front smile, laugh. I can deal with men being, you know, men. She got the girl, she got the
About
girl.
to get the kids, about to get it. Oh,
A
yeah.
woman should be laughing at you unless you making a joke. Period. If you ain't making a joke to her, she should not be laughing to you.
I always say, like I said, as soon as a woman disrespects you the first time, no, that's gonna be that shit.
That's the ultimate form of disrespect. A woman laughing at you. Laughing at you. She disrespect you. Anything she didn't disrespect.
Finish our songs.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go back to what I was saying about.
As there's some old,
Today is the last one?
yeah, the rest of the days are 7.
Oh, yeah.
I'm bringing this up right now. It's Haggai chapter 1, verse 6. It says, "Ye have sown so much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none more. Ye earn wages, and wages to put into a bag with holes in it." And it says, yeah, that's what happened, man. Again, it's part of the curses, man. You know what I'm saying about, like you said, the ways of life of Babylon and stuff, man.
Yes, or, you know,
That's it. So that's why what we don't try to look for, yeah. I'm a da-da-da, we used to be an enterprise. Like, no, man, don't look forward to that.
Give me enough that it's sufficient for myself, roughly that.
Yeah, so of course you never know money, you know, of course like you say, you don't know why this is what you're not spending, you know what I'm saying? You know, for like hard times.
Yeah, if you got, you know, everybody got their own life. If brother is able to save and put stuff away, by all means do that. But we're not going crazy. You know what I mean? Oh, I gotta have this money. Nah, man, because we know we under the curses.
Sometimes you take advantage, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not gonna work 7 days, 8 nights, you know? It's not normal. You know, like you said, you can time yourself out.
It's money.
Money is. It's like, look, slow it down. You can take a break. Take a break. Like you said, the money not going anywhere. Like you said, the more you make, the more you take. Especially from the Lord. You know?
And especially if you a servant and you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, you're gonna find a way to. Yeah.
Yeah, go get one. Yeah, with that.
The book of Numbers, chapter 25, I started verse 5 and read down a little bit. And Moses said unto the judges, and Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye everyone his men that were joined unto Baal-peor. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianite woman in the sight of Moses and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel. Of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, son of Aaron, the priest saw it and rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand. Verse 8. And he went after the man of Israel and into the tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel and the woman through her belly.
This is the grandson of
So
does that make him weak?
he's going to go into that. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. So he did the right thing in the eyes of Yahweh Shah. Verse 9. And those that died in the plague were 24,000. And Yahweh Shah spake unto Moses, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, has turned my wrath away from the children of Israel, while he was zealous for my sake. Among them I have consumed not the children of Israel in my jealousy. I got one more precept. Verse 12. Wherefore, say, behold, I give unto him my covenant of peace.
They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be rest upon earth. And when their time is come,
Right mind,
they shall
mindset.
not transgress.
That's what he got. So, you know, he's already judged.
So other things they gonna bring in.
It does.
We gonna take care of it.
That scripture says what? What? Six shall what? And how you take it? By what?
I'm about to say, after every word is peace, after that, that's the reason.
Yeah. And it's not what? It's gonna be what? Righteous.
It ain't
Right.
gonna come down like they show Christian boy. Oh, okay, just come down. We gotta take this, you know?
My righteousness is not gonna be righteousness.
Yeah, come on. I just wanted to bring that out. I just wanted to bring that out. You know what I'm saying? To land back on the hunters that, you know, a body of us bringing out. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause right now we're fishing, and very soon we're going to be those hunters that, you know, brothers and sisters. You know, and that's the mindset that you got to have. That's the mindset that the hunters are going to have. You know, to do the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and not be a respectful person. You know? A lot of men are going to be a respectful person, so I can't do that. You know, that's somebody's mother or this, that, or the other. But meanwhile, they wicked as shit. You know? That's all I got.
Yeah. So with that, hopefully, brothers, that applies. This is another great lesson of you know, about what we talked today, about, you know, fresh dressing the shore, and then, you know, also, hey, respect the do it, respect the persons, you know, respect the do it, man. You know, everything that we taught. So with that, hopefully, brothers, this is Great Mills of Virginia. As always, they give us news, articles, lessons, through the spirit and fire by Shimi Hashai. As always, first and foremost, we give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem,
I'm honored to the elders of the millstone. We will give the truth. Let everyone say peace and blessings and salutation. So I come out there for the truth throughout the full corner of the earth. So you have best abilities that are the earth. Shalom.
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 Shalom. Shalom.